Hello, Wanderers. Welcome to another Manor Lords playthrough. I have played a little bit of this game in the meantime. I spent a couple hours learning the game, figuring out the systems, and I think I've got a pretty reasonable grasp on it. And I think that means it's time to start a proper playthrough. Now, we did have a few people saying that they wanted to see a little bit more of this, so I thought it could be worth doing, maybe a couple episodes of this just to see if you guys are still interested in this game. And while at first I was a little bit unsure if there would be enough content here to make a short series, I'm starting to think that there is because, like I said, I've played around with the game and I've had some really interesting scenarios pop up. The battling is actually pretty cool. I had some really epic battles actually in a previous playthrough, and so I'm kind of inspired to do at least a couple and try to make a really cool city and just show you guys a little bit more of this game and what it can do. If you haven't played a lot of it, then you might see some new stuff here. But we are starting from scratch. You can see we've got the homeless people's tents here, and this is right at the beginning of the game. Now, I did go through a couple starts and to try to get a starting situation that I like. And we are starting down here in the bottom left corner in Immenruth. And you can see here that we have one rich deposit, and that is berries. And that is something I was very specifically looking for. You'll see we don't have any other rich deposits. Every province starts with two rich deposits. So because we only have one, that means that we also have the very nice fertility boost. So as you look here, you can see that our fertility is very high, which means that we'll be able to grow a lot of crops. So with that and the berries, food is not going to be a problem. We should be able to grow our settlement to a fairly large height. We won't be, have a lot of resources in terms of iron, stone, clay, things like that. We will run out, but we should have enough to make do. We've got some wild animals down here as well. So we're going to get some iron, we're going to get some hide, we'll get some clay and stuff like that, but it's not going to be huge. The nice thing about berries is that it provides you early game food, and it also provides you with dyes, which can be good for trading. So we can make clothes and things like that with the dyes, and with our linen that we'll be making from flax and things like that. So making money isn't going to be a problem either. So having the rich berry deposit is going to be huge. So we're probably going to start off by moving all of our stuff over here, and we'll probably start the hub of our town probably right over here. I'm thinking that I'm going to put my manor kind of at the crest of this hill. I think that would just be kind of aesthetically pleasing. So we'll probably put our manor up here. We'll start the hub of the town here, and then we'll kind of branch out over this way as we start to go for the iron, the stone, the clay, and things like that. And I'm thinking that our farms are probably going to be over here. We might surround our town with farms, actually, and just kind of have like the main residential hub kind of be maybe like in this region, but we'll kind of have to play around with it a little bit. To start off, I do want to make a logging camp. We're going to build the logging camp right over here because we're going to be uprooting all of these trees anyways. So that's where we're going to start. And then once we get a few logs, we'll go and move and start building our houses there. I will also move our hitching post. I'm probably going to put the hitching post maybe right in the center here right now, just because that's kind of neat. So we'll move that. Once the supplies get moved over, we should be looking good. So I'm gonna flip the map around so we can kind of see what we're doing here a little easier. So I'll probably build for the first row of houses maybe on this side, so that they can just kind of worry about logging over here, and then we'll see what we do from there. All right, so we got the logging one done. We're not quite yet. Let's see this message. Oh, the Baron, you have no right to these lands, Baron. So once we get this done, we'll build the houses, then we'll build the granary, then we'll build the storehouse, and we'll probably move all of that stuff within not too long. But for now, it should be fine. Kind of building it nearby. I've got some ideas about how I want to design our town, but that's also something that we'll have to play around with a little bit here. There we go. Let's put 3 people in there so we can get some logs really quickly there. And once we do, we should have them pretty shortly here. We've already got 6, but we need 10, so we can build 5 houses for our current population. Like I said, we'll probably build those houses basically right around this bend here. And then that should be exactly what we need. So we're up to 7. We could probably... No, I do want to get the houses first. So once we get to 10, we'll build the houses. And then we'll go from there. Perfect. So we can build our houses now. I'm going to try to get 5 specifically here. That's a little further than we need. What about like this? There we go. That's 5. Can we go even further back? That's pretty far, but that's gonna get us a nice amount of vegetables and things like that. And I don't really see any reason. Maybe I'll go a little bit shorter. This should still get us quite a bit of food in the backyard plots. So we'll pull these back. We'll probably build another batch of houses like right across from here. And then we might have the houses kind of like the second set of houses kind of back against each other. We'll see. I'm gonna keep getting some logs in. I'm probably gonna take off 1 person, speed up construction a little bit, and then we're gonna go over here and we'll get a granary going. Like I said, we'll probably build it here. It's gonna get moved, but for now it should be fine. Pretty sure you can move these buildings. Maybe not, but we'll figure it out anyways. So, yeah, we'll just let the construction go once the houses are built. Once these buildings are built, we'll probably move on to getting ourselves a saw pit. We're gonna have lots of logs pretty quickly as well, so that shouldn't be any problem. Saw pit first, then we'll get the church going, and then we'll start building some more houses. So there we go. So we can't move these, actually. I see. Well, is this where I'm gonna want it then? Because I probably want to have the houses... We can move the logging camp. But do we want to have the granary and the storehouse here? Because I want to have probably another row of houses kind of against it like this. Maybe we want to actually put these... I'm going to demolish it. So if I'm going to put houses kind of all along this way, maybe we put the storehouse and the granary a little bit more centrally located then, actually. Because like I said, we're probably going to have a couple... farms kind of along the perimeter of the town, like have most of the housing and resources and stuff like that in the center, have farming on the outside. So yeah, maybe I'll put those a little bit more in the center. So we'll go like, let's put the storehouse, say here. I think that should be on this side. I mean, that's going to put it in a good position to get this and this. I mean, we'll probably need to make closer ones. You know, I'm going to put them here. It should be fine. If we do need to move them later, it's fine. They're not super far from where we need. And like I said, we're probably going to build kind of over in this direction anyways. The only reason I started here was so we could go and get this berry deposit. So, gonna build our road a little bit over there, and we're also gonna get that forager's hut going as well. So let's put that right there. Are you attached to the road? You are. This berry deposit's gonna feed our entire population for a long time, along with whatever we build in the backyards here. So I'm gonna speed things up. I'm gonna reduce the amount of loggers here because we've already got 12, which is plenty for what we need right now. We've got a pretty decent storage of logs, so we just need to get buildings built, and then we should be fine. I'm also gonna build, let's get some vegetable gardens going and a chicken coop. We will need eventually the money to start trading, but that we can get by just selling firewood or something early on, so not too stressed about getting that first little bit of money. You just need to keep a tiny bit around. I think it only costs like two regional wealth in order to open up that first trading thing, so we'll be okay. We can build our spear militia unit, which we will. New message. Let's form the militia. There we go. Well, we already did. That spear unit will be doing a lot of work for us. That is for sure. The spear units are actually pretty good even before you get them any better equipment or anything like that. They can really handle themselves against the bandits pretty well. There we go. We got to get these supplies in. We got the storehouse ready, so I'm going to throw one person on the storehouse just so they can start managing all of that. Our market's probably gonna go, you know, I'm tempted to move the hitching post and put it, you know, maybe I really want to build my, you know what, we could probably fit it here because I'm gonna build my manor like basically kind of right here, and maybe we'll put the market in front of it, essentially. I think that could look okay. I'm gonna try to go for something that's aesthetically pleasing, but also functional, which is sometimes hard to do. The game is okay with how it manages logistics, but it can be a little obfuscated sometimes as well. So, you know, it's not really always clear if you're gonna be if whatever you're have set up is gonna be getting your people what they need efficiently. All right, this is gonna be done right away. I'm gonna put 2 people on here so we can really start bringing in the berries. They gotta run them all the way up here to the granary, but that's not super far, honestly, and they can probably keep most of it in their current storage here, so not gonna stress about that too much. Like I said, I just kind of want to keep some space open so that we can, you know, kind of build around this area. We'll let the loggers do their thing. We're probably going to build our next 5 houses continuing along this side, I'm guessing. But like I said, first we're going to want to build a saw pit. We're going to build the saw pit. Might as well just build it right beside there. We'll probably switch off somebody from... Well, we don't really have anybody to spare. We'll probably switch them off the logging camp and put them onto the saw pit so that we can get the logs that we need in order to build the church. I'm thinking I'm going to put the church maybe here, once again, mostly for the aesthetics. I think having it kind of centralized is just going to look cool, and that's honestly the main, like 100% my main reason for putting it here. So we got to get the logs, planks going. So we're going to switch over. We've got plenty of timber, so we're going to take the guy off the timber. We'll switch him over to sawing up planks. Then we should be able to build ourselves the wooden church. The wooden church is going to service our people here. That's going to allow us to go up now. What? I'm probably going to take forest management. So we can expect that we're maybe going to get about four of these. So forest management, I might take just because that's going to double our berry deposits. That's going to be very, very helpful. The trade logistics saves you tons of money. Honestly, I think that's a given. And then the other ones, I'm probably going to go with maybe orchardry and potentially rye cultivation. We probably don't need rye cultivation. It might be better to go with fertilization. So maybe we go heavy plow and fertilization. So forest management, we'll go with that. Trade logistics, heavy plow, fertilization. If we can go get more than that, we'll see what we do from there. But we'll get that berry deposit one now. So now we've got tons of berries here. We're gonna be fine on food, and food can be a big issue. That was something I was running into my last place, was I had a huge population. Not huge, but I think I was at 120 people or something like that. And I was kind of struggling to feed them, even with the farms that I had. It just wasn't enough, and getting the variety that I needed was really causing me a lot of issues in terms of like how much money I had and things like that. So let's check, see how many. Oh, we got our 20 planks. I'm gonna pause it here. I'm gonna get my church going. I'm gonna put it right here. There we go. I think that's gonna look cool. So we'll get the church going. The church will service all these people, and then we'll build, you know, another 5 houses, probably essentially like this or something like along those lines. Let's see. Well, it doesn't really like the curve, so we might just need to do a couple like here. We'll figure it out. First, we got to get the church anyways, so. Only got one family working on that. Where is everybody working? We got one in the saw pit. I'm fine with getting a few more logs sown. Food, we're probably going to be looking good on pretty shortly, I'm guessing. Actually, we already are looking good, so I'm going to switch one person off of the berry gathering. We only need one for now, so. Like I said, we got lots of berries going. We're going to have some vegetables and things like that from here, and some eggs as well. So food is not going to be a problem for a little while. And yeah, this should, I think we're going to get off to a pretty good start. Having a lot of food means that you will be able to grow your population pretty quickly. And that can be pretty integral, I find, is getting off the ground and getting lots of people working quickly can make a huge difference, because we're going to want to claim as much of this land as we can before the Baron does. I want to try to get at least 2. I'm probably looking to get Eichenhau, because that actually has good food as well as this big rich iron deposit here. And then maybe we go for, tough to say, maybe Waldebrand or Nusselhay. I don't know. I haven't decided yet, but we'll go to Aisha now first, because that one also has high fertility. So, oh, church is done. There we go. All right, so we're going to put one family in the church just so we can get these leveled up. We are going to need a market, so we'll put the market, let's get it right into the corners here. There we go, put it right there. And let's see, why can't we, why won't you let me do it like this? I'm pretty sure I put one here in my other game, so I'm not exactly 100% sure why it won't let me. There we go. Let's see. I'll let it do it like that. Maybe it doesn't like these corners for some reason. Go here. Let's go here. 6 market stall. We could do better than that, surely. Maybe not. Maybe that 6 is all we're gonna get. We've got a little bit of time while we're building here, so I'm not too worried about. Yeah, if we could get like 11, that would be much better. 7? All right, looks like 7 might be the best we're gonna get out of that. I'm fine with 7. So we're gonna get those market stalls going. I do want to get some more residential plots going because we should be at the amount of happiness we need soon. There we go. I think this looks pretty okay. I might angle it a little bit more inwards. Yeah, that should be fine, I think. And then we'll build like the next ones. We'll kind of go like something like that, maybe. That should be. It's not as many as I would like in there, but we'll figure something out. So we'll get 3 more houses. We should have the approval going up pretty soon because we have the church here. So that'll be fine. All right, looks like we got as many longs as we need. We're gonna need to switch somebody over here. There is a little bit of micromanagement at the very beginning of how you're kind of keeping your people occupied. But once you get a hang of that, you should be in a pretty decent position. I know that these things are far away from kind of our main little bit of town here, but like I said, we're kind of growing in this direction, so I'm not too stressed about that. Like, we're going to need to hit this iron at some point. We're going to need to hit this stone. We're going to need the clay, so we're going to be going pretty far for our stuff, no matter what we do. Eventually, we will be able to upgrade these plots. Oh, we do need the well. I didn't really look where we can... Oh, wow, look at this. We've got amazing water access here. The well is probably gonna go... that's pretty tough. I can't... You know what? I probably could build the well here because I'm gonna... Maybe the well will be inside the manor's place. That should actually be... I don't think that's going to be a big problem, actually. That might even look kind of cool. So I'm going to build the well here, because I'll probably build the... Actually, maybe we'll put it a little bit further back. Put it, like, right here. And we'll build the road out once these people move all this stuff. And then we'll probably put our manor house... basically right in front of the well. We'll circle the well a little bit. Being a little finicky here. I really want to get it in the right spot because I want to build our manor house kind of maybe like... maybe right here. So we need to put the well basically right there. Like I said, trying to go with something that's going to look aesthetically pleasing, so... And I do want to have a wall as well, so that's part of it. But I think we'll be okay. We can probably build the wall like right across here. I'm sure they'll be able to walk around the well. Like if we do it like, you know, like this or something like that. Kind of build the road around it, and then we'll have the wall. We can adjust it anyways. We can delete this if we need to. Then we'll put our manor house right behind it, right there. I think that'll look pretty good, actually. So there we go. We got the approval up. If you're new to the game and you're not really sure how to grow your town, you need to get your approval above 50%, and you will start to have people moving into empty houses. In order to do that, you're going to want to just get the church up and kind of get the basic resources, you know, food and things like that. Your approval will start to get up. But having the church, you see, will boost that up, and having housing, it's all you really need to get that first little bit of growth in your lands. So So we're looking pretty good in that regard as well. Did we have anybody move in yet? I don't think so. I didn't see the pop-up, so... Next thing, we're probably gonna be looking to get a trading post. I'm probably gonna put the trading post probably on the edge of town. Maybe right over here. I think that should be fine. It's not really on the... I mean, our town's gonna surround this, but it's, you know, on the main road, and we're gonna be getting people trading in from down here, from over here, and from presumably up above as well. So yeah, where does this road go? Goes all the way around here. I might even just build a little, make the road kind of attach. I mean, you can do it for free, so just in case there's any traders coming in, you know? Have this go like this. There we go. I don't know if this is going to affect it, but should be okay. So, approval's going up. We've got some more houses here. We'll probably need to start thinking about how we are going to level up these houses. We've got the food stall. We're going to need some firewood here as well. So I'm going to build a firewood gatherer. Let's put them maybe just right down here. All of this stuff's going to get moved eventually. But for now, it's going to be totally fine. Construction on the trading post is finished, and we're going to want to do some trade. Probably for planks. I mean, we can afford to open up the thing for planks. It's going to give us 2, and it is a pretty easy resource. So yeah, I'm going to establish the plank thing, and I'm going to actually start exporting them now. We're going to keep around... we're going to keep 20 for ourselves, just for our own construction, but any excess after that, we will we'll go from there. I'm going to throw somebody over to start making us planks, and I'm going to throw somebody over to on the woodcutter's lodge here. We did have some people move in, so there we go. That is looking pretty good, I would say. We are a small village, so we can actually start building this, but we need the stone, and our stone is not super far actually, so we should be able to go and get that probably once we get the next couple houses in here. Which I'm not opposed to actually just building off right now. Let's see. Could probably build... Oh yeah, one house with an extension is not too bad actually. Let's see, there we go. Yeah, we could do that, and then maybe we build 2 more houses, like... it's just one big house with an extension. What about like this? Oh, there we go. And then one more house here. Yeah, I like this. There we go. So the plots are not completely even, but they are relatively well spaced out and have some good, decent room for expansion too. So we should be able to host a pretty massive population just here, and then we're going to fill in this other side as well. As you can see, our woodcutters have already cleared out a massive section here. We're not going to worry about farming for a little while. We don't need to. You can see that we don't have any troubles with food because we have so many berries. So yeah, we should be okay. We're getting those logs done, and the planks and stuff like that, so pretty good in that regard. Got quite... Oh yeah, we're already at 35 planks. You know what? I'm probably gonna build the stonecutter camp because I just want to go. I want to collect all this stone and just have it in my inventory. We're not going to sell it. We're going to use all of the stone we have here and just exploit that for our building. So we've got all these houses. They'll eventually fill up with people. It's winter time. The berries are going to go away, so we probably won't need... I'll leave the guy in the forager hut just so he can manage his food stall. But we're looking pretty good in regards to our food. I'm not worried about surviving the winter here. And yeah, things are going pretty well to start, I would say. We're off to a good start. Our population's already growing. We're already at 8 families. If we want to boost up to the small village, we're going to need to get up to level 2, which means we just need the clothing stall. In order to get the clothing stall, one of the probably easiest ways is actually just to build, like, we could go down here and start hunting those wild animals, but once we get a little bit of money, we're probably just going to go straight in and build a goat shed. That should get us some hides, and then we'll use the hides to make leather. Once you have leather, you're going to fill up your first little thing of the clothing supply here. And there you go. That's your first settlement upgrade right there. So families are moving in. Let's put somebody on the trading post now so that we can actually start getting some trading done. Because we got lots of planks, so we can start making a little bit of money at least. And oh, there we go. And we also got the stonecutter camp done, so I'm gonna get the stonecutter going. And we don't really need anything else at the moment. We're gonna start getting the stone cut, and we'll build our manor so that we can start doing taxes. And after that, we're gonna be in a pretty good position here. There we go. So we're already selling the planks, and we already made 61 bucks here. So I'm gonna get that goat shed I was talking about. I probably should have. Yeah, I probably should have put it in this one. I might put another one in here anyways to get a little bit more going. Just because this is actually a pretty big backyard, it would have been good for growing the vegetables, but we'll do vegetables in this one. So I like to mix them up anyway, so they don't look completely uniform there. And then once we have that, we're gonna need the leather worker, the tannery here, and we'll probably put the tannery. I'd like to keep it a little bit away from town, you know. They don't need to. They don't need to live right by a tannery, surely. Do we put it right across? Sure. So once we get this tannery going, we are going to be good to upgrade some of the houses, and that will give us the next perk point, essentially. Can we... Oh, yeah, and we can build our manor house now. So I'm going to build it, like I said, probably right here, essentially. And we probably don't have enough planks to add anything to it. So we'll start with just the manor house, and we'll expand it as we get some more resources going here. We'll make it look nice and cool. Like I said, I'll probably put the gate right across here. Kind of bring it out and have like a nice cool looking set of walls and stuff here. Now, the manor house walls can actually save you in a battle. I was playing in a previous game and I got attacked by the Baron, actually. And he was kicking my ass. He wiped out my whole army. I hired 5 new retinues and I had 5 spearmen. And I pulled them all back within my little manor house walls. And he came in with his troops and attacked me, and they had to funnel in through the tiny gate. And my 10 guys fought off like 60 troops and defeated them. So it can be done. Oh yeah, we're gonna want to go for these bandits soon as well, because we need the influence. We probably can't fight them just yet. We've got we've got 19 troops. You know what? Once we get the manor and we have our 5 retinue, We might actually be able to go and beat them and get that influence from them. We're also going to get that event that has the bandits come and attack you as well, so not too worried about that. New message, yeah. So we're going to track their movement. So in 1 year from now, oh, okay, and now the Baron's also going to start claiming land. Hopefully he goes here first and preferably leaves these 3 to us. He's probably going to get 2 or 3. We might be able to collect 2. It's tough to get influence early on, but not impossible. We're probably going to hit the bandit camp, then we're going to hit the and get the money, which is going to be nice because then we can hire mercenaries as well. Our plots are deforestation killed the berries. Oh, that's not good. All right, so we're going to move. We're going to move the logging camp. Anyways, I mean, that was all something that we were planning on doing anyways. We're going to move the logging camp. You know what? Might as well keep everything kind of close together here. So why not put it over here? And probably move the saw pit as well. Keep those both close by to each other. That should be fine. Let's get those moved. The berries will regrow. They're not gone, so we should be okay. And then the woodcutter's lodge is fine there. So we survived that first winter. We've got lots of food. We've got money rolling in. And our manor is almost done, which means we can start tithing. And we can... I'm not going to do taxes just yet, because we don't have a huge population. Taxes is really only good once you have a big population. We've got a lot of unassigned families, so I'm probably going to throw one onto the granary here. Part of that's because we're moving the logging house and stuff like that. We're going to put probably 2 families back to logging and 1 back to sawing. Berry deposit's going fine. And what else do we need? I mean, still collecting the stone. We've got a decent amount left. We'll probably, once the stone is done, I'll probably just move out here and get those same people getting the clay in. We're gonna need to upgrade our storehouse pretty soon as well, but we'll need the planks for it. So let's get our people finishing this. Here's his army. Oh, I wonder where he wants to conquer. These armies can seem intimidating at first, but they're actually... Oh, he killed the bandits, bastard. Oh, I hope he doesn't get these ones too. He probably is oh no, wow, there's 2 bandits. I don't know if I can afford to pull my population away though, to go and get the bandits. Maybe. I mean, our 5 retinue aren't gonna be enough, but getting that money and getting that influence. Oh wow, we got 250. Oh, that's just from building the manor house. The question is, can we afford to pull away our militia people? That's 20 members of our population that are not going to be working for like a decent portion of time while I run them all the way. Oh, they are going for those bandits. Dang, they're going to get all that influence. All right. Are they gonna? Yeah, they'll go and capture it. This region's being claimed. Viao. Ah, oh, dang. That's not the worst, but I really want to get those bandits. I'm just curious if they're gonna go and take this bandit camp down here. I would be surprised if they are. There's no way we would have made it there in time. Oh wait, but they left it. No, they destroyed it. That's unfortunate. The bandits will come back, though. I'm not, like, too stressed about that, but that was a huge amount of influence we would have got there. Obviously, we're not going to be able to contest him just yet, so... Let us... I mean, we're probably full up I mean, we've got 13 families, we got 13 houses, so you know what? It's probably time to start building some more houses here. I'd like to get these resources moved, in which case we're probably going to need to upgrade our hitching post. So we're gonna need some more logs to be sawed. And then we'll upgrade our hitching post. We'll get another oxen just so we can move all this stuff faster. And then... But in the meantime, I'll probably start... There we go. Oh yeah, that looks good. Get a couple more going here. Let's see. Probably go like this. These aren't going to have quite as big of backyards, but that's okay. We're probably going to turn some of these into crafters as well. So we're going to have a really nice little kind of village that goes down this road. And then, like I said, I want to kind of expand it possibly over here and maybe over here. We'll see. This area is probably going to get cleared out, and then we're probably going to build another section of houses that maybe kind of like goes back against here, and then there's going to be like farms potentially. Maybe over in this area. This isn't the greatest spot for farming. Honestly, the farms will probably be best over here, so I'll probably turn this into my first farm. But yeah, things are looking good to start off with. If you haven't really gotten too far in the game, then you might not have even gotten to the part where you build your manor. It's very cool and very customizable. Like, for example, we can build kind of like our gatehouse and stuff. Essentially, kind of wherever we want, honestly. So we could build it like this, kind of have our castle walls surrounding us like this, or our manor house walls. But we're going to need a lot of logs in order to do that. First thing we'll probably do is build the garrison tower right beside it here, just so we can increase the amount of our retinue we have. But yeah, I think that we're looking pretty good. We've got, oh yeah, we've got all the stone. There's only a little bit left here, so we're good. We're gonna be good on stone. Probably start hitting the iron here, and I think we're gonna start looking at developing our economy a little bit more, because we're gonna need a pretty strong economy if we want to challenge the Baron here. So he's got Zweau. We'll see where he goes next. Like I said, I just want to get Aisha now. We might get enough from this raider attack, and maybe if one more bandit camp spawns to defeat the Baron, or to beat him to this. Waldbrand will be my backup because it is relatively close. We could easily build a road that attaches here. Not that it really matters, but it'll help for doing the barter connections if we have that. So, but in terms of resources, I think this place is the best because it's got this rich iron deposit, and I'd like to exploit that. Like, if we can turn this into a little mining town, just a very small one, like one that we can feed on the berries and the wild animals to start, and then they just mine and they send all of their iron ore over to here. That's going to make up for the lack of iron in our main territory. And it's relatively close by enough as well. We could probably build a road through the forest to get over to here, and our people will be able to survive from there. So I think we are in a pretty good position. So I will probably end this episode here, but in our next episode, I'll probably do a little bit of stuff off screen just to get a little bit more set up. But I wanted to show you guys the beginning of this village, and we're probably going to move a little bit further ahead here. Maybe we'll get close to when the raider battle is about to go on, and I'll show you guys what the town looks like in the next episode. But until then, Wanderers, thank you for watching.